This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We of course have been having a very busy week of racing leading up to the Travers here at Saratoga, a pair of stakes races at Del Mar from this past weekend as well. However, we are going to start at Monmouth Park this week, where they had a series of very good races leading up to the Grade 2 Philip Island on Sunday. We're going to get things kicked off with the Bob Harding Stakes, $75,000 for 3-year-olds and up, going a flat mile on the turf. Let's head down to Monmouth now for the call of the Bob Harding.
Racing in the Bob Harding, and off to a good start. Rudy. No surprises here. He's going out to lead them early. Lead Him Home came out running in second. There goes Scagnelli on the outside, and he's after Rudy now as Lead Him Home is taken back to third. Then Magical Madness, Cat Scan in fifth. Sardaukar is next, and Crash Course, the late runner, is 9 lengths off of these two front runners. They are Rudy and Scagnelli, and Rudy gets clear by a length and a half. Running a quarter in 23 and 4, not a fast pace. Scagnelli is second by the same margin to Lead Him Home, who's well rated in third. After that comes Magical Madness, fourth by 2.5, and then Cat Scan. Sardaukar is next by another 4, and now Crash Course is 12 lengths off the lead. Midway up the backstretch, and Rudy leads the way by a length and a half. Mild pressure from Scagnelli, Lead Him Home, and Magical Madness, who's fourth and only 2 off the lead. A half mile in 47 seconds flat. Sardaukar and Cat Scan are 4 from the front, and they've got 5 on Crash Course, who's by himself in the back of the pack as they round the turn. It's Rudy. Scagnelli turning up the heat, second on the outside now. Magical Madness is third. Then Lead Him Home toward the inside, followed by Cat Scan, and then comes Sardaukar and Crash Course into the stretch. Rudy trying to take him the distance here. He's still there at the 8th pole. Here comes Scagnelli. Magical Madness, Crash Course finishing well on the far outside. He's running out of time though. It's Scagnelli and Rudy. Crash Course flying in third, but Scagnelli wins. Rudy was second, and Crash Course finished third.
Scagnelli, most recently seen here in New York, competing in a pair of claimers. This horse returned off of a layoff this season with a second-place finish against 65 claimers, followed that up with a win in New York against 75 claimers, and heads down to the Jersey Shore to pick up a nice pace-pressing win by 3/4 of a length over Longshot. Rudy, who had been on the turf a couple of races ago, back onto that surface this time, showed good speed but was pressured every step of the way. Crash Course rallied nicely from off the pace, as he usually does. He didn't get that kind of real fast pace to run into. They went out relatively slowly, came home, however, very quickly. The favorite in this field, Sardaukar, who had been quite competitive earlier this season and last season out on the West Coast, has now shipped east and has had a couple of problems since arriving on the East Coast, and has not really run up to best expectations here. The winner, Scagnelli, is a 6-year-old chestnut gelding, a son of Dixie Brass from Linville Last by Broadway Forley. He was bred in Kentucky by Eugene and Kathy Guy, owned by Eddie Broom, trained by Eddie Broom, and ridden to victory by Mark Guidry, who was down from Saratoga for the day. Scagnelli completes the mile on the turf course that was rated firm in 1:34 and 3. Stakes racing continued on Sunday with the Choice Stakes, $75,000. This time it is restricted to 3-year-olds, going a mile and an 1/8. Let's head back down to Monmouth for the call of the Choice Stakes.
They're racing in the Choice. Perfect start. It's Bruce Run going out to the early lead, joined by Davy Jones and First Spear, and now they take over, and there goes St. Verre on the far outside to be a part of the pace. One-Eyed Joker, Pumpkinhead next, and then Mumtaz and Sepp is last as they race to the main turf course. And as they race by us, Spruce Run has taken the lead by a neck. Davy Jones is second by a length and a half to St. Ferre in first spear. One-Eyed Joker is close up in fifth. He's 4 from the front. They ran the quarter in 23 seconds flat, and they raced that way into the turn. St. Ferre was very wide. St. Ferre did not handle the turn all that well. Mumtaz and Pumpkinhead are 8 lengths behind the leaders, and they're well clear of Sappy's 15 from the front. As they go to the backstretch, Spruce Run is the leader. A half mile in 47 3/5 seconds. He leads Davy Jones by a length and a half. First Spear, third on the inside. St. Ferre is right there running in fourth. Then it's One-Eyed Joker. Pumpkinhead and Mumtaz are now 6 from the top, and they've got 5 on the trailer Sepp, and they race into the far turn now, and still in pursuit of Spruce Run. Davy Jones on the outside second, First Spear third. An outside trip for St. Ferre. He's fourth and under a ride. Trapped in behind horses is One-Eyed Joker. One-Eyed Joker looks like he's got some run if he can find a way out. Mumtaz is next. Pumpkinhead circles the field, and Sepp is last, but he's closed in, and they're into the stretch. It's Spruce Run, Davy Jones, St. Ferre to the outside. Here comes One-Eyed Joker, and First Spear comes up the fence. Here comes Sepp, and Sepp is putting in a run now, but it's One-Eyed Joker, and he stormed to the lead in mid-stretch. First Spear, Sepp is next, and then Mumtaz, One-Eyed Joker, and Jose Velez have won the choice. Then Sepp.
One-Eyed Joker picking up a nice win from off the pace. He wasn't terribly far back, raced mid-pack, made an outside move to a length and a half victory at 7-1. Zepp finishing in the second spot with a big rallying effort here from way back in the field. First Spear, who's been fairly competitive in turf racing down in New Jersey throughout this spring and summertime, had to settle for the third spot. He was fairly close inside, did make a bit of a move, but it was not a match for the top 2 finishers. A little bit of a disappointment in here was St. Ver, who ran quite nicely in his turf debut here at Saratoga last time out in Stakes Company, shipped down to the Mid-Atlantic Circuit, where he had a little bit of trouble, did drift wide in the early going, and really came up very flat here, finishing well back 6th in the field of 8. The winner, One-Eyed Joker, is a 3-year-old bay colt, a son of Polish numbers from Buffles by Val Reef, bred in Maryland by Mrs. V. Stevens and Valley Racing Stable. He is owned by David Holkowitz and trained by Bill Perry. Ridden to victory by Jose Velez, One-Eyed Joker completes the mile and an eighth on a firm turf course in 1:47 3. Next on the card on Sunday, the Omnibus Stakes. Again, $75,000 on offer, 3-year-olds and up. Fillies and mares this time going a mile and a 16th. Let's head back down to Jersey once again for the call of the Omnibus Stakes.
They're racing in the Omnibus. Ladies Night In came out at the break, but is going out to the early lead. Quid Nascra came out running in second position. Lady Brooke is third. Then Larica to the outside. Cousin Gigi, bothered just a bit at the break, is fifth down toward the rail and racing 4.5 off the lead. Zeiting is next by another 3, and then it's On the Horizon. They raced by us the first time with Ladies Night In, prompted by Quid Nascra to the outside. These two are together into the clubhouse turn. They ran the quarter in 23 4/5 seconds. And Larica is third on the outside of Lady Brooke, 3 clear of Cousin Gigi. Zeiting is back there about 8 lengths off the lead, and On the Horizon is last. On to the backstretch now. Ladies Night In getting a test today. On the outside, Quid Nascra is alongside. These two are together, and Quid Nascra's got a nose in front. Lady Brooke is 3 lengths behind. A half mile completed in 46 4/5 seconds, so it's a solid tempo here. Larica's 5 lengths from the front. Cousin Gigi's taken to the outside for clear running room. Zeiting has 7 to make up, but is getting a solid pace and traveling well. And then comes On the Horizon. Around the far turn, Ladies Night In, about to be joined by Cousin Gigi. Quid Nascra has dropped out of it in third. Then Lady Brooke, Zeiting traveling very well. She swings up wide for the stretch drive. And here comes Zeiting. They're into the stretch. Cousin Gigi. Zeiting on the outside. Down toward the inside. Ladies Night In. Behind them, Lady Brooke. It's Cousin Gigi and Zeiting coming. These two will decide it. Ladies Night In third on the inside. Cousin Gigi and Zeiting. Then Ladies Night In. Here comes Zeiting. Zeiting on the outside has won the Omnibus. Cousin Gigi was second, and Ladies Night In was third.
Zeiting, last seen here in New York, this time shipping out of Allowance Company into Stakes Company, not unlike a couple of other horses on the card down in New Jersey on Sunday. This one picking up a nice neck win under Chris DiCarlo. Cousin Gigi also rallied well from off the pace to finish second. She did have a little bit of a troublesome beginning and held on nicely for the second spot. Ladies' night in. Involved in the early pace, rather comfortable early pace it was, but was not able to hold on and had to settle for the third spot in the field of 7. Zeiting did go off as the favorite. She was in from New York for Christophe Clement, who had her an allowance company of late. Clement having a good weekend with his fillies, having picked up a nice allowance win with Vale of Avalon at Saratoga on the Travers card. The winner, Zeiting, is an Irish-bred 4-year-old daughter of Zeiton from Belle de Cadiz by Locke Society. Bred in Ireland by the Knockdoran stud, she is owned by Brendan Hayes, trained by Christophe Clement, and ridden to victory by Chris DiCarlo. Zeiting completes the mile in a 16th on the firm turf in 1:41 and 2. Highlighted race on the card on Sunday at Monmouth Park was the Philip H. Islin Grade 2 for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and an eighth for a $350,000 purse. Drew a short field, but a good one. Let's head down to Monmouth once more for the call of the Islin.
They're racing in the Philip Islin Handicap, and they came off to a good start. Northeast Bound is going to the lead, and Broken Vow goes with him on the outside. Then it's Knock Again, First Lieutenant, and Sir Bear in a line behind them, but Northeast Bound will be the pace setter under Jose Velez, and Broken Vow is second to his outside. Sir Bear is running in third. First Lieutenant tucks in neatly to the inside fourth. He's 2.5 lengths off the lead as they go into the clubhouse turn, and Knock Again will be off the pace here. He's 6 lengths off of front-running Northeast Bound, who ran the quarter in 23 1/5 seconds, and Broken Vow is just to his outside, second by 2.5. Then Sir Bear and First Lieutenant together. Sir Bear's on the outside. First Lieutenant is down at the rail. Knock Again is last. He's 6.5 lengths off the lead as they begin their journey to the backstretch, where Northeast Bound and Broken Vow are 1-2, and Northeast Bound now gets a neck advantage over Broken Vow. These two have completed a half in 47 3/5 seconds. First Lieutenant and Sir Bear both in striking range, stalking third and fourth, and Knock Again is last. Northeast Bound and Broken Vow at a deliberate pace into the far turn, and now they're both asked to run, and Broken Vow on the outside sticks a neck in front. Northeast Bound second by 2.5. First Lieutenant coming under pressure in third. Sir Bear is fourth just to the outside of him. They're both putting in runs though, and Knock Again is last. 3/4 in 1:11 flat, and they're into the stretch, and Broken Vow's in front, but here comes First Lieutenant, and he's running a big one. He's second on the outside. Northeast Bound is next. Sir Bear did not go on. It's Broken Vow. He's 2.5 clear of First Lieutenant, who's running gamely to the wire, but he just can't beat Broken Vow, and Broken Vow has won the Islin by 2. First Lieutenant was second. It was 6 lengths back to Sir Bear, Northeast Bound, and Knock Again. Broken Vows, the Islin win.
Broken Vow picking up his third consecutive win by breaking a three-race win streak by First Lieutenant. Broken Vow, who has been quite competitive in the second-tier Grade 2 level of stakes company this spring and into the summer, coming back off of a freshening, has run very, very strongly, goes off as the favorite at odds on. First Lieutenant coming in with that nice 3-race win streak with 7 lengths the better of Sir Bear, who seems to have run a couple of disappointing efforts in his last pair. One of the old-timers here, an old favorite of mine, certainly not quite living up to expectations in his last few starts, but just when Sir Bear has been discounted as having tailed off forever, he does often come back and throw in a couple of really good races, so I don't think they're quite ready to give up on him yet. Early pace setter Northeast Bound fades and finishes fourth in the field of 5. The winner, Broken Vow, is a 4-year-old bay son of Unbridled from Wedding Vow by Nijinsky. Bred in Kentucky by the Pin Oak stud, he is owned by Pin Oak Stable, trained by Graham Motion, and ridden to victory by Ramon Dominguez. Broken Vow completes the mile and an eighth on the fast main track at Monmouth Park in 1:49 and 2. Next, we're going to be heading to Philadelphia Park for juvenile fillies in the Critical Miss. $50,000 is the purse, the distance 6 furlongs. Let's head to Philly now for the call of the Critical Miss.
They're in the gate. And they're off. On the outside, it is Friona who breaks on top, and Friona quickly gets clear to a 2.5 length lead. On the inside, Finksius moves up to be second. Agbayani has come out running third. Numerous Kids on the outside fourth. It's Jade Eyed. Now moves up from fifth, and the early trailer Hansel's Annie-Gal is running about 3.5 lengths behind, but Friona able to establish the lead rather easily, and with just less than 4 furlongs to go, she's in front a length and a half. Finksius and Agbayani side by side second and third. Numerous Kids will be caught a wide fourth as Jade Eyed begins to kick in at the inside. Hansel's Annie-Gal is under the whip with 5/16 to go. She's on the far outside and has almost 5 to make up. But as they come to the top of the stretch, Friona just under a hand ride from Donnie Mesh. Friona moving very comfortably as she turns for home. On the outside, Finksius is poised to take a shot. Jade Eyed is down inside. She is under a drive. On the far outside, it's Numerous Kids and Hansel's Annie-Gal, but Friona quickly shifts it into high gear and pulls away to a 3-length lead. Hansel's Annie-Gal with a late rally to be second. It's now Finksius' third. It's Friona with Hansel's Annie-Gal. Friona holding on to win it. Friona's got it by a long neck. Hansel's Annie-Gal did close well to be second.
Friona, last seen picking up an allowance win here at Saratoga, heads out of town and picks up a very nice win under Donnie Mesh by a neck over Hansel's Annie-Gal, who is rallying very nicely from well off the pace.